Hi, my name's Nigel. I'm a product technologist and I work in the dairy industry. I've always wanted to be an engineer ever since I knew what engineers really did. I've always been interested in science, but engineers take science one extra step and they have to make it work in the real world and on a larger scale. And you need problem-solving skills and you need to be able to think big. And that, I believe I had, and that's what attracted me to engineering in the first instance. What did attract me to the dairy industry in particular, though, was towards the tail end of my university course, I did do several months of engineering work placement in a company in the dairy industry. And that gave me a really good introduction, a really good feel for what the processes were, what the problems were. Vacation work is something that engineering students in Australia have to do between third and fourth year. The idea is you take 3 months, usually in the summer holidays. You can do more. And you get a job in industry, and so you work with real people, real problems. You're given a semi-serious project with which to work, and you get results out of it, and it gives you an idea of what life really is in the real world, away from textbooks, away from classrooms. The dairy industry, the food industry generally, is a fairly big employer of chemical engineers, and I did have contacts that I did make when I did my vacation work. And I was able to get this position. I think what I like most about working in the dairy industry is the variety that you have. It's not just a couple of products, it's several products over several different ranges of categories. There's direct-to-the-consumer products in terms of retail products you can see on the shelf, as well as further processing of milk and the components of milk into food ingredients with particular functionalities, particular qualities for different applications. It's really just the variety of problems, the variety of applications, the variety of equipment and people make this a fantastic industry to work in. Engineers in the dairy industry probably go into several areas. One of them design, the other one is project management, and the third is process engineering. I'm probably closer to the process engineering stream, where there's a lot of process optimization work, where you identify and follow through problems and create engineering solutions to increase the profitability of a product, or increase the quantity or quality of the product that you make, or things of that nature. There's also one of the other things I do is small to medium engineering projects, where you install new equipment, new ways of doing things, and commission them and see how they work, that sort of thing. There's probably several perks of working as a chemical engineer in the dairy industry. One of them is definitely that the skills that you learn here are transferable. The dairy industry and the food industry more generally are quite large in Australia, several tens of billions of dollars a year in domestic and export revenue. So there's many different players in the marketplace, both in terms of manufacturing companies as well as consulting companies. There's plenty of companies, plenty of opportunities to go further or advance your career in that sense. And the technologies used in the dairy and food industry are quite varied, but also quite transferable to other industries in terms of heat transfer and mass transfer, that sort of thing. The other good thing about working in the dairy industry is a strong focus on the quality of the product and the functionality of the product, which you can transfer out to almost any other industry, and it'll probably hold you in very good stead. One of the skills I think that you would definitely need to have is working with different sorts of people in a rural location, and you have people all the way from the shop floor, from the operator level, through management up to R&D and sales. They're all different sorts of people coming from different walks of life. It's important to be able to converse with each of them in an effective way, gain people's trust and work well with them. I think for young people wanting to get into this industry, this technical training is quite important, and there's several different streams that you can do. You can go to university and get an engineering degree or a science degree, and there's several vocational TAFE shorter length courses that are available. Industry vacation work is probably quite good. It worked very well for me. Personally, for me, I found that through vacation work that I found that the industry was definitely one for me. And having said that, though, it's quite important for other people to put your foot in the pool, so to speak, get a taste for what the industry actually is, so that you can contribute.